In the world of muscle cars, we all know the big names: Chargers, Mustangs, Camaros, the legends that roared down highways and dominated movie screens. But what if I told you that the real monsters didn't always wear racing stripes? That some of the fastest cars from the golden age of muscle were hiding in plain sight? These weren't showstoppers, they were shadow warriors. The kind of cars that pulled up next to you at a red light, looked like your uncle's weekend cruiser, and then vanished in a cloud of rubber smoke the moment green hit. Welcome to the hidden realm of 1970s sleeper cars, the forgotten beasts that didn't shout, they struck. Today, we're diving into 8 of the rarest, weirdest, and most underestimated sleeper muscle cars of the 70s. And trust me, by the end, you'll never look at these boring machines the same again. First, 1970, Ford Torino Cobra 429 Super Cobra Jet. Let's kick off with a weapon dressed in work clothes. The 1970 Ford Torino Cobra with the 429 Super Cobra Jet. On paper, it looked like a humble family fastback, but under the hood, pure violence. The SCJ 429 was a detuned NASCAR motor, forged pistons, solid lifter camshaft, and a Detroit locker rear axle made it a track monster in street clothing. Only about 7,700 were made with this combo. It was heavy, but with 375 horsepower and nearly 500 pound-feet of torque, it could crack 13-second quarter miles without anyone seeing it coming. Second, 1971, AMC Hornet SC/360. AMC, the Rebel of Detroit, gave us the Hornet SC/360, a car that looked like a teenager's first ride, but had the soul of a warrior. Only around 784 units were built. It packed a 360 cubic inch V8 with 285 horsepower, a 4-speed manual, dual exhausts, and optional Go Pack for performance tuning. Lightweight and loud, it could keep up with big Chevelles and then disappear into traffic like it never happened. Third, 1974, Pontiac Ventura Sprint 350. Now this one, a straight-up underdog. The Ventura Sprint was often dismissed as a Nova clone, but when optioned with the 350 cubic inch engine and dual exhaust, this compact coupe became a silent killer. Pontiac tuned it to be aggressive without drawing attention. Even the badges were modest, but slide behind the wheel, drop the clutch, and you'd find out real quick that this little guy had something to prove. Fourth, 1977, Dodge Aspen RT 360. Before you laugh, know this. The Dodge Aspen RT with the 360 V8 and 4-barrel carb could hit 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. That was Mustang-level quick, in a car most people thought was built for your grandma. The 1977 RT version featured bold graphics, but for true sleepers, buyers went with minimal trim and no decals. The torquey-heavy 360 engine gave it muscle, and the lack of attention gave it stealth. Fifth, 1973 Buick Apollo GSX concept, unofficial sleeper. Now here's something weird. The Buick Apollo GSX never officially entered mass production, but a few modified dealer models existed. Styled like the Chevy Nova, this compact Buick occasionally got experimental 455 cubic inch engines installed under the hood. If you were lucky enough to find one, you basically had a light body paired with an elephant engine. Not officially a production car, but a secret among collectors, the ultimate unicorn. 6 1975 Chevrolet Chevelle Laguna Type S3. Remember NASCAR in the mid-70s? The Laguna S3 was built to cheat the wind. Designed for aerodynamics with a sloped nose and flush grille, this Chevelle variant came with 400 or 454 cubic inch V8s. It looked like a cruiser, but on the inside, it was born to race. Richard Petty and Cale Yarborough drove similar bodies in NASCAR. So yeah, this thing had teeth. 7th, 1977 Mercury Monarch Coupe with 351 Windsor. This one? Absolutely invisible. The Mercury Monarch was Ford's idea of a luxury compact, comfortable, slow, and forgettable. Except, not always. Some were ordered with the 351 Windsor 5.8, a police package drivetrain hidden in a soft-roading shell. No flashy looks, no special trim, just torque, surprise, and silence. A true grandpa car that could eat Mustangs if built right. 1979, Pontiac LeMans GT. By 1979, the muscle car era was gasping for breath, but the Pontiac LeMans GT tried to hang on. This final year oddball could be optioned with a 301 cubic inch turbo VV8, which wasn't mind-blowing, but with tuning and light mods, these were shockingly quick. The LeMans GT was rare and short-lived, with fewer than 1,000 performance models made before Pontiac shifted focus completely. A dying roar, but still one worth remembering. And there you have it. 8 of the rarest, most underrated sleeper muscle cars from the 1970s. They didn't wear flashy stripes, they didn't scream with spoilers or wild paint. But under those ordinary exteriors, there were monsters waiting to be unleashed. These were the kinds of cars that could roll up next to a GTO, a Challenger, or a Mustang, and leave them wondering what just happened when the light turned green. In a world obsessed with image, these machines proved that substance still matters. They were the quiet kings of the asphalt, the wolves in sheep's clothing, the legends no one talks about, but true gearheads never forget. So now, it's your turn. Which one of these forgotten beasts would you take for a ride if you had the keys today? Or maybe we missed one. A rare gem from your hometown that deserves a spotlight. Drop your pick in the comments below. Let's talk sleepers. And hey, if this deep dive into hidden muscle spoke to your inner car nerd, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got more automotive history, more forgotten icons, and more power-packed stories on the way. Until then, keep your eyes on the road, because sometimes the fastest car isn't the one you see coming. See you in the next ride.